Neji Hyuga. Neji Hyuga.
こいつバカな
A genius from the Hyuga clan, a member of the branch family, yet possessing talent that far surpasses even the strict standards of his clan. When I first read the Naruto manga in elementary school, Neji and his Byakugan were the pinnacle of coolness. At that time, before the full potential of Sharingan was revealed and explored, Byakugan was even considered stronger than Sharingan. Now, let's talk about Neji's abilities. When we see Neji fight Hinata, it may seem like the battle is evenly matched for a while, right? But in reality, it's not. The title of Hyuga Genius is no exaggeration, and Neji was the one dominating the fight all along. However, Neji wasn't just a genius. He was a genius held back. As a member of the branch family, he was forbidden from learning the clan's higher-level secret techniques. Yet, through sheer observation, Neji taught himself these techniques. Not only that, Neji graduated at the top of his class from the Ninja Academy, solidifying his status as a well-rounded genius. Even after being defeated by Naruto in the Chunin exam's final match, he continued to rise and became the first person of his generation to be promoted to Junin. As for ninja techniques, Neji can use 3 elements: earth, fire, and water. Of course, Neji possesses Byakugan, the bloodline limit of the Hyuga clan. Byakugan gives him almost 360-degree vision, with only a small blind spot, but Neji found a way to overcome this by releasing chakra around the blind spot, allowing him to sense attacks before they land and react in time. Byakugan also allows Neji to see the chakra pathways and 361 chakra points in an opponent's body, a capability Sharingan doesn't have. Moreover, he can precisely strike these points, cutting off the opponent's chakra flow. Byakugan can also see through objects like an X-ray, and when Neji matured, he demonstrated the ability to observe over a range of at least 800 meters, though this was limited because he belonged to the branch family. As for his fighting style, Neji uses Gentle Fist, the signature style of the Hyuga clan. This technique is essentially about causing maximum damage with minimal force. While it looks light and gentle when performed, it is extremely effective. When talking about Gentle Fist, we can't overlook the 8 trigrams, 64 palms. This is a secret technique passed down only to the main branch of the clan, yet Neji was able to learn it by simply observing. When using it, the practitioner imagines themselves standing in the center of a Bagua diagram, delivering a rapid, precise series of strikes that block the opponent's chakra flow. Each series of strikes doubles the number of strikes from the previous one, meaning the speed of the attacks must increase continuously. The final 32 strikes are particularly difficult to perform. In the anime, Neji even developed this technique into 8 trigrams, 128 palms, with the last series consisting of 64 consecutive strikes, an almost impossible speed. Only Neji was able to take this technique to the level of 128 palms. Next is 8 trigrams, palms, revolving heaven, which is the ultimate defense technique of the Hyuga clan. Neji releases an enormous amount of chakra from all the chakra points in his body, forming a shield that blocks all incoming attacks. At the same time, he spins like a top, deflecting all attacks directed at him. Another technique is the 8 trigrams vacuum palm. When executing the technique, Neji releases a powerful chakra, creating a blast of air pressure that strikes the opponent directly. In addition to its offensive power, this technique can also be used for defense, pushing away long-range attacks. Well, in Naruto, talented characters often die young. Of course, Neji's fate ultimately turned tragic. He died exactly as fate had intended, like a member of the branch family. Alright, I've already described the abilities of the Byakugan and the signature techniques of the Hyuga clan in detail, so I won't repeat them again. Now, we just want to take a moment to sincerely thank all of our viewers for supporting our channel. And we want you to know that we always read all of your comments and truly appreciate your suggestions and feedback. We are aiming to reach 10K subscribers, and we really need your help. Please support us by hitting the subscribe button, liking, and sharing our videos. Your support is our biggest motivation to keep growing and bringing you more exciting content. Alright, next. Hyuga Elder. This is the leader of the Hyuga clan before Hiashi's generation. He is never given a specific name in the story, but he is known as the Hyuga Elder. As the supreme leader of the clan at the time, he was the one who strictly enforced the clan's main branch system, creating the injustice and oppression that many members of the clan had to endure. One of the moments that clearly demonstrates his ruthless mindset was when the Cloud Village demanded Konoha hand over Hiashi after their ninja leader was killed. Without hesitation, he decided to let Hizashi die in Hayashi's place. For him, the life of a branch family member was simply a tool to protect the main family, nothing more. He exposed the harsh reality of the main branch system. The honor and stability of the clan were more important than anything, even blood relations. As for his strength, not much is known about the elder Hyuga's combat abilities, but given his position as the head of one of Konoha's strongest clans, he certainly was not weak. We can assume that he possessed Byakugan and all the skills related to this Kekkei Genkai. Looking back at what he did, it's undeniable that the Hyuga elder was one of the most controversial figures in the Hyuga clan. He embodied the extreme conservative mindset, placing the clan above everything else. His decision led to Hizashi's death, sparked Neji's resentment toward the main family, and indirectly caused a tragedy for an entire generation within the Hyuga clan. While he may have acted according to what he believed was right to protect the Hyuga, the price paid was too high, and his rigid ideology caused a deep divide within the clan for a long time. Hizashi Hyuga. Hizashi Hyuga, Neji's father, was a Jonin-level ninja from the Hidden Leaf Village and a typical tragic figure of the Hyuga clan. He was born just seconds after his twin brother, Hiashi Hyuga, who would later become the head of the clan. Just because he was born a little later, Hizashi was pushed into the branch family, where his fate was sealed from a young age. Like all members of the branch family, Hizashi was sealed with the cursed seal to ensure the main family had complete control over him. Essentially, he was no different from a slave to the main family, trapped by the unjust system of the Hyuga clan. This wasn't just an insult, but an invisible burden Hizashi had to carry throughout his life. And just like his son Neji later, Hizashi sacrificed his life for the main family, not for Hinata, but for Hiashi. After Hiashi killed a kidnapper from the Cloud Village, the Hidden Leaf Village decided to offer up a life in exchange for peace, even though the person killed was a criminal. Rather than hold the head of the family, Hiashi, responsible, they chose a smarter solution, forcing Hizashi to die in his place. And Hizashi agreed, not out of loyalty to the main family, but because he wanted to protect the clan, his brothers, his son, and prevent Konoha from falling into war. Quite bitter, isn't it? As for abilities, Hizashi's strength was not inferior to Hiashi's. According to Neji, his father was almost as powerful as the head of the main family. By the time of the Fourth Great Ninja War, Kabuto summoned Hizashi using the Impure World reincarnation to serve in his army of the dead. As you know, Kabuto only summoned powerful ninjas or those with special abilities. This is proof that even the enemies recognized Hizashi's abilities. Overall, he proved that a person's worth cannot be determined by bloodline alone, and perhaps it was Hizashi's indomitable spirit that was passed down to Neji later on. Hiashi Hyuga. Hiashi Hyuga, the twin brother of Hizashi, is the head of the Hyuga clan, the father of Hinata and Hanabi, and the grandfather of Boruto and Himawari. His life is partly mentioned in the stories of Neji and Hizashi, but what's most noteworthy is his true strength and abilities. In Boruto, Hiashi is recognized as the most knowledgeable person about the Hyuga clan and the techniques of Byakugan. This is no surprise for the head of the Hyuga clan, but it still proves his wisdom and experience. Hiashi is not just a leader, but also one of the strongest ninjas in the Hidden Leaf Village. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, he was still on the battlefield, participating in the battle against the Ten Tails. His strength is unquestionable. He possesses Byakugan and is a master of the Gentle Fist technique. He killed the leader of the Cloud Village ninjas who had attempted to kidnap Hinata. This wasn't just some unknown ninja, but a high-ranking and extremely dangerous one. This is clear proof of his true level. Hiashi has also shown exceptional combat abilities with the Hyuga clan's techniques. He uses the 8 trigrams palms revolving heaven technique for defense, the 8 trigrams vacuum palm for long-range attacks, and most notably, the 8 trigrams vacuum wall palm, an advanced version where he uses both hands to repel an attack from one of the tails of the 10 tails. Hinata Hyuga. Hinata Hyuga was originally chosen to be the heir to the Hyuga clan, but she lost this position when she couldn't meet the family's expectations as a leader. However, instead of giving up, Hinata continued to strive to grow and become stronger. She found inspiration in Naruto Uzumaki, and by observing him, Hinata learned how to never give up. Although she was initially seen as too weak and lacking leadership ability, Hinata was very persistent. Like all members of the Hyuga clan, Hinata was rigorously trained in the gentle fist fighting style. With the perfect combination of Byakugan and gentle fist, Hinata could precisely strike her opponent's chakra system, obstructing or even halting the flow of chakra with just a light touch. She could also use this technique to help others, like when she helped Naruto with his dislocated shoulder. Although at the beginning of the story, Hinata wasn't skilled in the clan's most advanced techniques, by part 2, she had become more familiar with them. During the battle with Pain, she used the Gentle Step Twin Lion Fists, a very powerful one actually. During the 4th Ninja War, Hinata continued to show significant progress, using powerful techniques like the 8 trigrams vacuum palm to attack targets from a distance, or to push back enemy attacks. Her strength grew even more when she worked with her teammates. She was also able to use the 8 trigrams 64 palms technique during this battle. Later on, she retired to focus on domestic life, becoming a supportive partner for Naruto, walking alongside him in life as she had always wished. Tokuma Hyuga. Tokuma Hyuga may not be the most famous name in the Naruto world, but when it comes to a ninja with one of the sharpest Byakugan abilities in the Hyuga clan, he is certainly the one to be mentioned. In Naruto Shippuden, Muta Aburame even stated that Tokuma possessed the most keen Byakugan in the Hyuga clan. Of course, Tokuma still had all the usual abilities of Byakugan, such as nearly 360-degree vision, the ability to see through objects, and observe the chakra system of his opponents. However, what is noteworthy is that he took these abilities to a higher level, becoming a master in tracking enemy traces. Not only was he strong in his observation skills, but Tokuma was also a brave person, always ready to sacrifice himself for his teammates. During a mission, when his team was being chased by the resurrected Akatsuki members, Tokuma didn't hesitate to stand his ground to hold off the enemies, giving his teammates the chance to escape. Unfortunately, he was no match for the Akatsuki. Sasori turned Tokuma into a puppet, forcing him to turn and attack his own teammates. Fortunately, Omoi from the Hidden Cloud village arrived just in time to intervene and freed Tokuma from Sasori's control. Hyuga. Hyuga may not be a prominent name, but he is a member of the Hyuga clan. Was assigned the task of guarding Hinata, the heir of the Hyuga clan. He once made it clear that if anything happened to Hinata while Hiashi and Hanabi were absent, he would never be forgiven. This was not just an oath of loyalty, but also a reflection of the enormous pressure and responsibility that had to bear on his shoulders. Not only was he a bodyguard, but in the anime, also played the role of a guardian for Hinata over the years. He was the one who watched over, protected, and taught Hinata from when she was a child. A person entrusted with the responsibility of guarding the Hyuga clan heir certainly cannot be someone weak. Iroha Hyuga. Iroha Hyuga is a jonin of the Hyuga clan, a serious and dedicated warrior. He was once assigned to the SEAL team of the Hidden Cloud village with the task of ensuring that Naruto and Killer Bee couldn't leave the sealed area. This was not an easy mission when facing 2 of the strongest ninjas of that time. Clearly, the barriers were not enough to stop them, but Iroha was the first to notice that Naruto and Killer Bee were approaching. Thanks to his extremely sharp Byakugan eyes, he quickly raised the alarm. Although he didn't have much screen time, that single moment was enough to show that Iroha was not an ordinary Hyuga, a jonin with the ability to detect enemies from afar, and qualified to participate in the high-level defense forces of the Hidden Cloud village, clearly cannot be underestimated. Hoheta Hyuga. Hoheta Hyuga is a jonin of the Hyuga clan, and it's no surprise that during the Fourth Great Ninja War, he was assigned a scouting and lookout mission. This is an important role that requires keen observation and quick judgment, qualities that the Byakugan of the Hyuga clan can maximize. Hoheta found Muta Aburame injured. If it had been a regular person, they might not have noticed anything unusual, but Hoheta quickly realized that what was in Muta's bag wasn't Aburame insects, but a large white chakra mass. Thanks to this discovery, his team was able to recognize that it was actually Deidara's explosive clay, a deadly trap set in place. Himawari. Himawari is 2 years younger than Boruto and is the youngest daughter of Naruto and Hinata. I've talked about her and her brother in my video about the Uzumaki family members, so I'll go through them quickly. Himawari awakened her Byakugan at a very young age, earlier than anyone else in the family. Later on, not only did she activate the Byakugan in a fit of anger, but she also learned to control it at will. Like other Byakugan users, even at a young age, she already possessed the potential to block her opponent's chakra points, a skill that makes anyone wary of her. But the Byakugan isn't the only thing that shows her abilities. She can easily throw shuriken and hit the target, proving that her shuriken jutsu skills are impressive. Moreover, her chakra control is remarkable. While Naruto struggled with basic tasks like sticking to walls or walking on water as a child, Himawari could perform these techniques effortlessly. Compared to children her age, she is far superior. Looking at her parents, this isn't too surprising. Naruto is the strongest Hokage in history, and Hinata carries the bloodline of the Hyuga clan. Himawari was born with the combined potential of both these powerful bloodlines. And even now, she is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, which means she has enormous potential for strength. Now, all we can do is wait and see how she develops in the future. Boruto. Boruto Uzumaki is a true genius and has the best genes imaginable. During the Chunin exams, Kakashi not only acknowledged that Boruto was far superior to his peers, but also confirmed that he had already reached the level of a Chunin. According to Kakashi, Boruto excels in every aspect. Like Naruto, he possesses a large amount of chakra and has excellent chakra control, to the point where he can form hand seals with just one hand. What's especially noteworthy is that Boruto is considered to have the potential to use Sage Jutsu, meaning he could eventually reach Sage mode like Jiraiya, Naruto, or his grandfather, Minato. In terms of fighting style, Boruto is essentially an upgraded version of Naruto. He is skilled in using shadow clones, has mastered the Vanishing Rasengan, and even uses the classic Sexy Jutsu. The difference is that Boruto doesn't want to become Hokage like his father. Instead, he chose Sasuke to be his mentor. And because of this, instead of summoning frogs like Naruto, Boruto has a contract with Garaga, a giant, menacing snake. Under Sasuke's training, Boruto quickly became extremely proficient in using weapons. He can expertly handle kunai, shuriken, and other ranged weapons, even coating his shuriken with lightning to increase their damage. When it comes to chakra nature, Boruto has 3 types: lightning release, wind release, and water release. Lightning release is his primary nature, but he can also use wind release, just like Naruto, and water release as well. What truly sets Boruto apart is karma. This is a mark left by Momoshiki Otsutsuki, essentially a backup of all of Momoshiki's powers inside Boruto's body. As you know, the Otsutsuki clan are godlike beings with powers far beyond any shinobi. This means that with karma, Boruto has the potential to surpass even Naruto. In the manga, when karma is activated, Boruto receives a massive boost in strength. This mark not only enhances his abilities across the board, but also allows him to absorb his opponent's jutsu. He can even open space-time portals when working with another karma user. However, just like Naruto was once controlled by the Nine Tails, Boruto faces the risk of being taken over by Momoshiki when karma activates to a certain degree. And it was Boruto, under Momoshiki's control, who caused Sasuke to lose his Rinnegan. Aside from karma, Boruto also possesses a very mysterious eye, Jogen. This dojutsu is linked to the Otsutsuki clan, and from what has been revealed, it has the potential to develop further. At this point, Jogen allows Boruto to see the flow of chakra, track others based on their chakra, identify the chakra system similar to Byakugan, and even pinpoint weaknesses. Specifically, it can sense when an Otsutsuki is about to use space-time jutsu, helping Boruto predict their attacks. Overall, with all that he has, it's only a matter of time before Boruto becomes one of the strongest shinobi in history. Alright, that's all for this episode. If you want me to make a video about any other topic or a specific character, just leave a comment below.